My name is Becky Collins. I am a Customer Experience Analyst with Fiserv. Fiserv does a little bit of everything. We're a financial technology, so everywhere from the issuing side where we issue and activate cards to the merchant services space where we process, every time you swipe your card, we process the transactions and provide terminals and credit card devices to merchants. We've been using Verint since I started with the company. So I started my relationship with Verint 12 years ago when I moved to being a quality analyst. The biggest thing it did was give us more coverage of our calls. So at the time we got AQM, less than 1% of our calls were covered by someone listening to them. With AQM, now 96% of our applicable calls are monitored by it, and we did that without having to add any headcount. So that's a huge thing, to go from less than 1% coverage of your calls to 96%, that without adding any FTE. If we wanted that many people to listen to the amount of calls that AQM evaluates, we'd have to hire over 1,200 employees. Verint has always been great to partner with. They're always quick to respond, and they always will, if we have a question or want to know if something can be done, they'll look into it or think of alternative ways to do something if we can't do it with existing applications. Well, speech analytics is the first analytical tool we got from Verint, so it's been a helpful tool to identify complaints. So identifying calls where the customer is making a complaint and then drilling into why are they making complaints. It's really been useful in our kind of workforce area when call volumes spike, going and seeing, okay, what's causing call volumes to spike on this day? Is it a specific issue customers are having, or is it a specific client calling in? Automated quality management has been a great application for us. We've found so much more value with it than we thought when we originally started using it. The supervisors love it because they can quickly go coach their associate. They can quickly get to calls that they need to go listen to and identify the areas of opportunities for their associates. DPA has been very useful for compliance reasons, for instance, for pause and resume, so that we don't record PCI information and PII information, which is very prevalent on our calls, as well as RTSA has been great to deliver pop-ups to associates to remind them to use call disclosures when they need to. And then speech analytics has been a tool we've had for a long time that we use to understand call drivers. Why are people calling in? Transcription accuracy is very important. It plays a huge role in speech analytics and AQM, as well as our voice of the customer verbatim. So we import those audios into speech to then transcribe. It's so important because when the call can't transcribe, then we can't get accurate speech analytics data, and our AQM questions aren't accurate as well. Today, automated quality covers about 96% of our applicable English calls, which is tremendous. It monitors about 2 million to 3 million calls a month. Now with AQM, agents are empowered to go out and look at their AQM results so they can see how they performed the previous day, and if there was an opportunity, they can go address it. Same with leaders. They can monitor their AQM results on a daily basis and address something before it becomes a habit. And it does save our leaders time with coaching. So it takes less time for them to get prepared for a coaching session because they can just go straight to the performance management and drill down to calls. We did have instances last year. It was technology issues where the agents couldn't hear the caller, and it was happening on calls, and the agents don't realize it's happening. So we turned on AQM to detect those instances and then alert the supervisors the day after when it happens. Since we have turned on that alerting, we've decreased those instances from happening on 1.11% of calls to 0.78% of calls, which equates to 9,000 less calls per month where it happens. The flexibility to do a hybrid environment where we're still on-prem but we're using some of the cloud bots is very exciting to us, because for years we have been on-prem and we hear about all these new great things happening in the cloud, but we couldn't use them because we were on-prem. So now that we have that option to do a hybrid connection to stay on-prem but use the bots is very exciting.